Hello, YouTube. Message in the bottle here with another video. Let me. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just adjusting my mic because I want to make myself a little clear about this video that I wanted to make. Now, if this picture rings a bell, it's because it's probably the previous short video that I made. And I wanted to make a longer version of this video because there's something that I've been quote unquote noticing about modern day women. And when I say modern day women, I mean like obviously today's time, the timeline that we're living in right now. And it's kind of very tragic what's going on. If you guys, if you need a reminder why I've been making videos talking about relationships, talking about women in general, it's because people don't realize how important it is of relationship and the type of people that you're inviting in your life. In my personal opinion, relationship is going to impact you more than anything else. It's going to impact you more than your job, more than, well, I definitely want to say religion, but I feel like religion might be a step up depending how you as the individual take it seriously. And of course, relationship is going to impact your family overall. And depending where what the relationship, like how it is towards you, like depending where it goes, it could definitely be your best asset in your entire life, or it could be your worst liability in your entire life. So relationship, it's way important than you guys think it is. And in my opinion, a lot of people, they're kind of, I don't want to say ignorant, more like they don't really think about it, and in some aspects they don't really care about it until it's too late. When it's too late, like when it's time to get that divorce, when it's time to separate the family, the woman taking away your kids, when it's time to, you know, confront the realization that whoever you're with betrays you. That's the moment when you realize that, oh shit, I should have thought this through, I should have be smart about it, I should have done more, etc, etc. So relationship is way important than you guys, think it is. It's very important, and it's gonna impact you individually throughout your life. So yeah, and what I want to discuss is this picture right here. In my short video that I made a while back, I was using this picture because it reminded me of my ex. My ex, she definitely did a lot of dating before she met me in person. And the irony is, she went back to square one. And why I find this kind of ironic and funny is because for us guys, there's been a lot of talk around the internet about quote unquote the incels, involuntary celibates, what you call it. And when it comes to discussing about men's issue, there was a graph that I saw a while back and it showcased how male virginity is on the rise. But simultaneously, women's virginity, it's steady. Like it's very steady, but it's a slight increase, but it's still steady. And a lot of people were wondering why the massive difference between male virginity and female virginity. And it's kind of obvious. It's because the women, they tend to be more valuable in society, and in terms of the sexual market, they're more secure in that criteria. So women, they're obviously going to be more secure. They're obviously going to have more stuff brought up to them in a silver platter or a golden platter. And yeah, they're kind of spoiled. And this is why we see funny graphs where male virginity and female virginity don't correlate. But for some reason, male virginity is on the rise. It's 3 times higher than female virginity. So, and we kind of know why. It's because females, they tend to sleep around with the same small group of men, aka the alpha males, or what they perceive to be the alpha males. And this is why we don't see the female virginity like catching up to male virginity. It is increasing, but it's like a slight. And let me show you this picture that I found randomly on the internet. This picture right here, it shows two different women that are obviously different from how they look. Like, one is a little less beautiful, to put it nicely, and the other one is very attractive. And if you look at the text, what the text is saying, you kind of could get the idea why female virginity is steady, meanwhile, male virginity is on the rise dramatically. So, yeah. Now, going back to this picture really speaks to me because it reminds me of my ex. And I like to say that this is the female version of the incel, where women, while they're capable of sleeping around whichever guy they wish to sleep with, in the end, they're gonna be single. They're gonna have a heart, broken heart, and essentially they're going back to square one, as if the relationship never happened, as if their experience never happened. It's gonna be like a far distant memory, and they kind of wish they relived that experience, but the older they get, the more difficult it's gonna be to make that happen. And yeah, there will be some desperate guy wanting to sleep with cougars, but let's be real. The older they get, the harder it is, and the more weird it gets. So yeah, I mean, everything is very screwed up. That's all I gotta say. But this is essentially the female version of the incel, and it's kind of funny when I think about it, guys, because the reason why I've been falling down this rabbit hole of dating and mating and all this type of stuff, the incel, the MGTOW, feminism, everything, is because me personally, I've been impacted by this. I've seen relationship fails. I've seen how a woman go crazy when the man is not performing. I've seen it with my own eyes, and sadly, you could say that my family was impacted by this, and I constantly wonder why. Why something that is out of my control is having an effect on me. So instead of being miserable, instead of, trying to do something else, do something crazy, I'm I want to investigate and fix the problem myself, just what a man usually should be doing. And yeah, this is all that led me into the rabbit hole. And all I gotta say, guys, is for the MGTOW men's that are going their own way, enjoying their own life, and not getting involved to women, I have to respect them and applaud them, because when you guys think about it, if you as a man, if you do everything correctly, you could still potentially get hurt by the woman. And the woman, she could get away with her shenanigans as long as she doesn't go overboard. Because there are some cases where a woman does get taken down by justice, but that's that's lucky circumstance, because a woman could still screw you over. But if you're lucky, you could still get your justice. But still, majority of men, especially the men that are going their own way, we're starting to wake up and understand that there's not much we could do. Even if we do everything correctly on our end, we could still be demoralized, we could still be villainized, be seen as the bad guy if the woman is not pleased with us. And if you guys remember what I said in my previous video, a crazy woman these days, they're like a ticking time bomb. All you gotta do as a man is get away, be far away, and when that time bomb explodes, you're basically in a safe distance where it's not gonna affect you. So yeah, that's that's essentially I gotta say. And I find this ironic because I feel like we're gonna see more Karens, we're gonna see more desperate, lonely women, especially the beautiful ones. The beautiful ones, they're definitely gonna go even more crazier. And right now, I've been watching some YouTube videos, and I'll show you the screenshot here. I've been watching some YouTube videos, and they're all basically saying the same thing. As a matter of fact, this screenshot right here from Assad, he made this video very recently. Like, I'll leave a link down in the description below. And it's kind of funny when you see this type of stuff. But at the same time, this is essentially a generational thing in the making. It's a slow process that we've been seeing over and over again. And once again, guys, just to give you a reminder, once again, I'm not a woman hater. I'm not a misogynist. More than anything else, I respect women, and I'm happy that women got equal rights, equal pay, just like us men. The problem is the dating scene is out of whack. And dating, romance, finding your partner is one of those important discussions that we need to have because it impacts you directly as an individual. And a lot of people don't seem to understand this, or they just don't seem to care until it's too late, by the way. Until it's too late. So we're seeing more of this because it's a generational thing. And the saddest part is the delusional woman, these type of women that are delusional, that refuse to see real facts, what's in front of them, they're just adding fuel to the fire. They're just adding more problem that's already burning, that's already destroying everything. So yeah, it's definitely gonna get worse before it gets better. And one of my favorite YouTubers, he made a statement that made me laugh, and he says that when you look at these delusional women, you're definitely gonna be noticing that these are white women, and these delusional women, they're eventually gonna go extinct, while the white men who are a little more rationalized, a little more sane, they're gonna get girlfriends that are not white but also more rationalized and traditional. So it's kind of funny that we're gonna see a lot of white men with non-white women and still able to reproduce and still live happy lives, while these white women are, you know, are basically ticking time bombs. And me personally, guys, I've seen that with my very own eyes. I used to live in California. I no longer live in California, but back in California, I literally seen that with my own eyes. A old white man in his 40s, 50s, 60s with an Asian wife. And for some reason in California, that's becoming the norm. And there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that is discussing about this. So, yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And the reason why it reminds me of my ex, this picture right here, is because she done this. She done a lot of dating, and something tells me that my ex refused to take accountability of her own action, which is why all those dates, all those relationships, including the relationship with me, she just refused to accept what she'd done wrong on her end. And I bet my money that some of those relationships, they were just pure hedonism, where she just want to have fun. Because my ex, she eventually admitted to me that she did have a one night stand. I'm not sure how many one night stands she had, but she did had a few. She did have it, and she also did a little drugs when she was partying. So yeah, she was a wild girl, but at the same time, she did not took any of these relationships seriously until she wanted to take it seriously. And when she does want to take it seriously, that's when her age finally catch up to her, and now she has a. I could definitely, to put it nicely, her youth is no longer there. Best way I could put it. Well, guys, I think I ranted enough, but I'll end the video here. And yeah, things are definitely gonna get worse before it gets better. And we're gonna see a lot of women like these where they date a lot, but they, for some reason, they can't stay in a relationship. And this is the female version of an incel. Yeah, they could get laid, but what's the point of getting laid if you can't stay in a relationship? If you can't stay married? Well, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please put a comment down in the comment section below. All that jazz. Message in the bottle, over and out.